Okay guys, just going to do the normal Wednesday night preview for Launnie on the Wednesday the 13th. Soft 5, but another good day today, and good weather forecast tomorrow, mid-20s, so a bit of the same old, rail out 5. If we can just go what we've seen the past couple of months, you'd imagine we get good 4. First couple of races probably pay half fair and probably on speed dominant thereafter. Must admit the barrier draws have made it a little tricky. A couple of the horses I like will get back, and given the way the track's played recently, it's not ideal betting, but we'll run through them anyway. So the first over the mile maiden C1s, bit of actual depth in the race as well. Balestrand was good on Tasmanian debut. Global Princess was super last time, but draws the outside. Lovely Lady ditto, and draws second from the outside. Wayuna, strange run last time, but still hit the line okay, and obviously the miles no issue. Heaven's Delights showed no early speed at all since resuming, but obviously over the longer trip might settle a bit more handy and could be a big improver. Worth noting, when it did lead, it actually beat, I've forgotten the name of the horse, good horse, Duraza, that's the one. And we get down the bottom, and Shaborn Star's one that, like, she's always running on, you know the mile's not going to be an issue, so probably, you said like a couple that are probably Global Princess, Lovely Lady, they're probably the two that I lean to, but during the outside 2 gates it's a bit of a worry, so probably go shopping for a bit of value. So if we look at Shaborn Star, she's always running on. If we look at her last start, like it was behind Penstock Century Arrow. Century Arrow since come out of the race and won. And we might just watch the last little bit of it. And
Mentioned the size.
she's actually drawn okay, so I reckon she might actually settle a bit closer than she has been. So here she is here. So you can see over 1400 she's actually settled okay, so I expect her to probably be in a similar position tomorrow night. So you can see here, like, you got the leaders back horses are just in a different class. And like, and the sprint goes on here. It doesn't go too far for a while, but just remember we're going out to a mile this time, so the last sort of 200 metres is quite impressive, to be honest. Yeah, at least like she's giving every indication that she'll run the trip, so if you just want to have something on one at a bit of value, that might be the one in the first. The second, maiden over the 1200, probably got about 5 or 6 chances here. Like Little Pumbaa, the last couple probably haven't been as good as early, and also drawn awkwardly. Bolt Out of the Blue is the interesting one. Started odds on debut. Beaten since trial. We'll actually beat horse at the trials at Longford, Effortless Opera, easy for me to say. And it went super at Devonport last week, so obviously a huge watch. Silent Savings, draws barrier 1, led on Tasmanian debut, then blew the start a little last time. Expect to see it use the gate this time. Emma in Paris going okay. Lioness been running on. Princess of York's been good, but enjoyed very good trips at its past couple. And French Dandies won, draws barrier 2, as we said. We've got the early speed. We came from Silent Savings, Bolt Out of the Blue, drawn 1 and 3, so it maps to get a very good run, and you'd imagine it probably derives some improvements from its first start. And Gigi's Liberty's one that I've pointed out last time in the replay that had no luck at all its past couple, but it's also drawn the outside gate, so forced to pick one there. Just more a barrier draw type bet is French Dandy. Just be enjoying the cheap run following the speed. The third, 0 to 58, and not surprisingly, it's not the strongest race in the world. Obviously, I'm leader of the fan club with Key Samur, but he just doesn't win. 2 of 43. Always runs like second, third, fourth. I've actually got a pretty good results out of him, like backing him 1 by 2, 1 by 3 at $17 and $21 and that type of thing. But there's no way he can come in at shortish odds. Boart's the one that I just think you know what you're going to get. Barrier 2, race handy to the speed. Don't think he's terribly weighted with 59 either in this field. So, but just with the drop in grade, wasn't surprised to see a few of them improve markedly. But I might be walking the dog during that race, so otherwise I'll probably be forced to have something on Key somewhere. The fourth, El Da Vinci gets out over the mile. He's just both Tasmanian runs been over 1400 and been hard ridden to stay in touch, so the further he goes the better he's going to be. It's just very difficult to see him being beaten, but he's also going to be a good things price, so probably does look a good anchor for the first leg of the quaddie if you're inclined to play them. Fifth, fillies and mares over the 1400. Pretty even race. You can make a case for a few of these, like Anastasia, Speed Nova, French Connection. If there's any leader bias, Barrier 1 probably going to be leading. Shilly Billy will race handy as well. Voices was impressive winning at Devonport. This is obviously harder. Gone Girl's been consistent. Our Jasmine hasn't had any luck at all, so it might go around silly odds. But Clean Achieve is probably the one that I'm leaning to. Obviously, only won a maiden last time, but if we just point out that she beat Centuro and Penstock, who have both since come out and won, and big gaps to the fourth horses, so plenty of merit in her run there. The one query I do have with her, you can see she's been super consistent, like second, third, fourth, first. She's been carrying 54, 54, 54, 55, 55. She's only a tiny little thing, and she gets up to 57 kilos here and goes from a maiden to a class 1, albeit fillies and mares. So that's just the slight query, but obviously the form stacks up. So it's just another one of those races that's probably going to be speed map dependent, but I think sort of she'll give a good account. The sixth, good race this for the C1s, 1400. Got a couple of very impressive last start winners in WT and Penstock. I've got no doubt Penstock's the best horse in the race, but draws second from the outside. He's probably looking at longer feature races this time in, so I doubt that he'd get bustled too much early. And if the track isn't playing to suit, he might be sort of a victim of circumstances a little bit. WT wasn't the strongest maiden on debut, but he had no luck whatsoever and just toughed it out. He's 3 deep the trip. Might actually go and have a quick look at that. It's 3 deep right at a hot speed, and just kept coming. He goes from 1200 to 1400. The way he won this, even though it was only 1200, he had no luck whatsoever early and did a mountain of work. If we can get the replay to work, so he is here sort of working 3 wide up outside the leaders. You see he's 3 deep, no cover the trip. That's why I've got no doubt he'll run 1400. Because he's also very strong late, so you can see he's hard ridden here and just keeps coming. I know Silent Savings in front does probably tire, which probably flatters him a tad. But he just keeps coming and coming. You know, so just probably at the slightly better value. He's the way I'm leaning. But as I said, Penstock's the best horse in the race. Our Artie was good last time. 0 Point will be on speed. Greatness will be the one charging home. And Pattering, beautiful boy, I should mention as well. Didn't have any luck last time. Previous form gives it a chance. And Patarangi's one that ran well at big odds last time. And we get to the last. Galileo Cerdo, I can never work her out. When I think she can win, she disappoints, and when I pot her, she goes like vain. The last 2 wins, she just led and ran them into the ground. If the track's playing to leaders again in the last, she might well win again. Sebring's Joy is very difficult to line up. First up in the state, she bolted in Hobart on a good track, failed on the heavy. If you look at her, she's got a good track record. Barrier 2, she'll race handy. But the one that I'm on here is Fascinating Lady. I was actually keen last time. And if we look here, actually carried level weights with Galileo Cerdo last time. And now with Tegan's Claim, it gets him with 52.5, and Galileo Cerdo's carrying 59, so it's a 6.5 kilo weight turnaround. Fascinating Lady just blew the start hopelessly last time and did work to the line very well. Obviously that starts the bit of a query. But let's go and have a quick look at the replay of that one.
Just checking the mouth to see if it...
So draws in closely. I think it was about barrier 3 from memory. So there it is there. It's just blown it hopelessly. He's Galileo Cerdo leading. So see, obviously from that slow start, it sort of chases all the way and keeps coming all the way to the line. I'm not sure if she's a horse who needs a bit of riding or not, which might be a concern. Just got checked off heels a little there, so probably lost a length or so. Here's Galileo Cerdo. Doesn't look like being beaten, but does keep coming all the way to the line. Fascinating Lady. And with the 6.5 kilo turnaround, you'd imagine it's entitled to, with a level getaway. Now, even if it jumped this day, is fair argument it probably would have won. So, we're very happy to be on there. As long as she begins okay, like she's drawn 5, Galileo Cerdo 4, so if she can begin reasonably, might be able to get the toe across. So, as on a card that not too keen on many things, like obviously the one standout on the card's Earl Da Vinci, but I'm not an odds-on punter. So, looking for horses to back, so I will definitely be having a Fascinating Lady will probably be my result bet for the night. And in other races, like very tough the first, probably just shop for value, Shaborn Star, and just mainly watch the track for any patterns. French Dandy in the second, but more speed map bet, so not brewing with confidence there. The third, I'll make Keith Samur, looks to have found his race. Boart, I think one of the two of them will win. The fifth, Clean Achiever, as you pointed out, but I'm concerned about that rise in weight a bit with her. And WT, just think he'll settle in front of Penstock and giving something to chase. So we'll make the best bet in the last race 7, number 7, Fascinating Lady. And as I mentioned, if you just want to take a quaddie, 1 out Earl Da Vinci, and throw it, then you're not going to make you rich, but should get it. Just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and probably just happy to just take both 3-year-olds here, WT Penstock, even though our Artie 0 Point and a couple of others have got claims. When you've got the odds on it, you don't want to go too wide. And a few chances here, but I'd probably just go Galileo Cerdo, Sebring's Joy, Fascinating Lady. Just CGM drawn the outside, just a tad concerned. So we might just wrap it up there. Got another meeting on Friday, I think it is. So Anyway, guys, I'll pop something up for that, but until then, we'll leave you with it and chat to you soon. Cheers.